Video 20. V3 Advanced Diagnostic Screen. Welcome! In this video, you will learn how to access, navigate, and read the diagnostic screens of the V3 Solar Suitcase. The screens are primarily for engineering and may change occasionally in content and order. This video is intended for technicians who are diagnosing and fixing a problem with the Solar Suitcase. Accessing and navigating the diagnostic screen. When the Solar Suitcase is on, below the display screen, push the two small buttons on each side of the backlight button at the same time. Diagnostic information appears in the message area. Don't press any button for 1 minute and the information will disappear. Press the left or right button to scroll through the diagnostic screens showing various aspects of the Solar Suitcase's condition. We will look at 6 screens that provide information on the performance of the Solar Suitcase. Reading the diagnostic screens. The screens have 3 lines. The first line is consistent for all screens. It alternates between information about the system, the serial number of the Solar Suitcase and the installed firmware level, and the date and time. It does not affect the performance if the date or time are incorrect. The next 2 lines change with each screen. PV and battery. The first screen shows what voltage the photovoltaic or PV solar panel and battery are operating at. It shows how many amps of current the PV is producing and how much current the battery is receiving. If connected loads are using more power than is being generated, the battery amps will have a negative symbol before it. Lights. Push one of the small navigation buttons to go to the next screen. Now we see the voltage and current for both light 1 and light 2 attached to the Solar Suitcase, meaning we see how much power is flowing to each light. Increase the brightness of the light and the current flowing to that light will also increase. 12-volt sockets. This screen shows the combined current for the two 12-volt sockets, telling us how much current is flowing to them and what they are consuming. The bottom line informs us of the temperature of the hottest point of the internal circuit board. In this case, at point U3, it is 19.75 degrees Celsius. There is no need to monitor this. USB ports. U12 shows the voltage feeding into the USB port's circuitry and the current being used. It should be around 13 volts. The current will increase when a USB device is plugged in. U5 shows the actual voltage available at the USB port, usually at about 5 volts. And R indicates the USB charge rate, which can be high, H, or low, L. This adjusts depending on how much power is available in the main suitcase battery. Light expansion box port. At the side panel of the Solar Suitcase, there are 2 expansion ports, A and B. This is where you plug in the light expansion box. This screen shows the voltage available for the ports and how much current is flowing to the attached expansion box. In this example, XPA, expansion port A, has no power available. SD card and USB programming cable. The final screen shows us whether a valid SD card is installed. SDY informs us there is an SD card installed and it is logging data. SDN tells us there is no SD card installed. And SDX is a card is installed, but it is not a valid card and it is not collecting data. In this case, replace the SD card with a functioning one. The next line shows the bus voltage feeding all the various parts of the Solar Suitcase system and whether a USB programming cable is connected, Y or N. Thank you for watching. In this video, you learned how to access, navigate, and read the Solar Suitcase diagnostic screens.